Okay. Go with me to Matthew 6:27. This is for the worry worms. A lot of people make New Year's resolutions because they're worried about the new year. But when you come to understand Yahweh's word, it is not a new year. Now what are you worried about? Now you're going to worry about the fact that it's not the new year. Satan's got us so bound and in such bondage. Where in this new year will I have money? In this new year will I be able to pay my mortgage? In this new year am I going to live? Especially Israel. So am I going to live through this year? Is my heart going to give out in this new year? Is my blood sugar going to be out of control in this new year? Yahweh says, yo, hello. It's not New Year. What are you worried about? And then Yahweh says, look, look how slick the devil is. He's got all of us worrying about the new year when there's no new year. And the world, what's the world going to be? Oh, this is the year I want to reconcile with my husband. I'm really worried. This is the year I want to get my children back. I'm going to go for counseling so I can get my children back. I'm worried that the court won't grant me custody. So everybody's all worried about what the new year is going to bring. And Yahweh's sitting up there and going, holy cow, or holy somebody. Because he ain't no holy cow. He's going, ay, 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 ay. You're worrying about everything that's coming in the new year, and it's not the new year. Are you Israel, or are you playing Israel?
Amen. That's right.
What am I going to be doing New Year's Eve? It's probably be as boring as Christmas. And I ain't going out of the house. How's that sound? I'd rather watch football and gorge myself with popcorn than have to go next door and wish somebody a happy pagan New Year. So don't call my house. I'm going to be eating and watching football. Better to do that than have to wish some guy next door a happy pagan New Year.
Now we know which day you're home.
If you want to know where to find my house, just follow that smell. Donde that smell the popcorn. Just follow the smell. I don't mind. Yahweh would rather have Rabbi Moshe eat popcorn than honor Caesar's New Year.
That's right.
Amen.
Amen.
I know it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe that Yahweh would rather have you eat and drink a Hawaiian punch or something than, oh, happy New Year, happy, I'm worried. Here's what Yeshua says about all the worries. Watch. Matthew 6:27. Which of you Israelites, which of you my Talmidim, by worrying can add 1 inch or cubit or life or measure to your life?
That's right.
You can't make yourself grow taller by worrying. You can't make yourself lose weight by worrying. You can't get married by worrying that you're single.
That's right.
Are you with me? And you can't get healthy by worrying about all the doctor's appointments you're going to have to keep. And that's what the New Year is designed to do, brothers and sisters. Yahweh says, Israel, when the New Year comes, Geschlaft. What is Israel supposed to do on the biblical New Year? Get some rest. No champagne, no parties, no noisemakers. Satan's tongue, I call it Satan's tongue.
That's a good one.
Yeah, we laugh. How many folks that are in synagogues today and are in Sunday, they say they're Israel, they say they carry the Torah on Shabbat, they buy membership to the local shul, but this coming Tuesday night, Satan's tongue. Happy New Year! Happy New Year! What's your resolution? I don't have one. Well, I better get one. And then by January 10th, it's gone, it's broken. Yahweh says, now you're going to do it my way? Anyone in this room ever kept a New Year's resolution for more than 12 months? 1 day, 2 days. I mean, let's be honest. When I was in the church, how many knew that Rabbi Moshe was in the church?
Yes.
That's a laugh. Could you imagine meet Rabbi Moshe in the church? I used to take Rivka that was a scene, right? I didn't fit in there either. Because all the Baptists wanted me to be clean shaven. I had a mustache. Didn't fit in. Wanted me to wear a suit and tie, and I said, I'm not wearing no monkey suit. So I even stuck out in the church. I didn't fit in. Because everybody went with a suit and tie, and Rivka said, why don't you put on a tie? I said, only person I'm putting on a tie for is Yahweh. When Yahweh orders me, and a couple of times he has, when I visited someone else's congregation, I put on a tie. But only when Yahweh, I ain't dressing up for the man. I'm dressing up for the man upstairs, the Adam Kadmon. Baruch Hashem. When Yahweh tells me, I do wear ties, but I've got to hear from Yahweh. I'm glad he doesn't call me in on that one too often. Baruch Hashem Yahweh. So you can't make yourself grow taller. You can't make yourself thinner. What makes us think that a calendar change is going to change us? That is arrogance. It is humanism. It is secular humanism. It is superstition. Humanism is self-will and self-effort that can change our lives. Thinking that self-effort, self-will can change our lives. Disciples don't make New Year's resolution. They make commitments to follow Yahweh more closely.
Amen.
Amen.
Yes.
Talmidim do not make New Year's resolutions. They make commitments in their heart to Yahweh to follow Him more closely. More Torah. More Torah, Roberto, more you'll be healed. More Torah, more you'll have clear thinking. More Torah, less religious confusion. More Torah, less double-mindedness. More Torah, more success.
Hallelujah.
This is Yahweh's word, the Torah. The 5 books of Moshe are designed to make you prosperous, rich in mind and spirit, healthy, stable, powerful, an overcomer, a victor, the head, not the tail. And we run around for all these man-made formulas. It's all in the Torah. It's all in the Torah. I was a believer. You guys were believers. And believing doesn't just cut the mustard. It's na'aseh v'nishma. Doing and listening. Listening while we're doing. Not listening so we can do, but listening and doing. See, in the church system, they've got to get faith to go out and do the work of Yahweh. In Israel, it's the opposite. In Israel, we do the work of Yahweh, we do the Torah, we obey the Torah, we perform the Torah, and as we're obeying, Yahweh says, listen, because you're obeying what I've showed you, I'm going to show you more.
More Torah. More Torah.
So Israel listens as they obey. Religion says, I've got to hear, I'm not moving, I'm not budging. Okay? Ladies have missed their husbands. Men have missed their destinies. Men have missed their businesses, their wives, their families, because they're waiting on Yahweh. Instead of acting on what they know, and then listening as they walk in what they do know. Because what is known is revealed in the word of Yahweh, in the Torah.
Hallelujah.
When you act on what you do know, Yahweh will show you what you don't know.
Hallelujah. Oh, Baruch Hashem Yahweh.
But why is He going to entrust more riches to you, spiritual riches, when we're not acting on what we do know? Baruch Hashem Yahweh. So, thinking that a calendar change is going to change you is humanism. It's human arrogance. It's centered on self-will, self-effort to change our lives. Talmidim don't make resolutions. Listen, they make commitments to walk closer in more obedience and intimacy with Yahweh. Humanism never delivers change. Have you noticed that? What is can believers be humanists? There's a whole bunch of them going to synagogue today or services tomorrow. I mean, give the Muslims that much credit. Do you know the Muslims don't go by the Roman calendar? Did you know that? They set apart themselves by their own calendar. Did you know that? They have more sense than a lot of Ephraimites. Because they don't bother going by the Roman calendar. Even Muslims, who don't have the fruits of the Spirit. Unfortunately, many times. But the point is, when it comes to being set apart by the calendar, they are set apart. They don't follow the Gregorian Roman calendar. Now, I know we have to follow it to a certain extent, but not to engage in humanism.